So on the market front, Shell, I think we are going to spend some more time. I think we spoke about a fortnight back or maybe 3 weeks back, and we mentioned that we are in a
Yes.
consolidation zone, and this consolidation zone is still intact, 19,200, 300 on the lower side, where I think we've been at least 5 or 6 times over the last 1 month, Shell, correct me if I'm wrong. And then we've managed to see some value buying at lower levels, and that has propelled us to maybe about 19,500, 600, and we get a top heavy feeling. So I think we're going to be here for some time, unless and until we have some decisive news flow or a breakout which will possibly, enable us to maintain that elevated level. But till the time we do that, I think it is more prudent and sensible that we spend a little bit of longish time in this consolidation zone so that we have a very strong base building exercise. And whenever we attempt to move and break out of those 19,500, 600, I think this base will support us to move higher. So I'm not really concerned about this sideways move, but yes, within this consolidation period, Shell, I think it's going to be news flows, stock specific moves, which will possibly have some little bit of more excitement. I think there are a number of block deals that have been happening over the past couple of days. That will also keep the market excited. We had Zomato yesterday, day before that, we had APL Apollo. Likewise, I think we'll have some more. But I think this is a perfect time to build up a strong portfolio if you have maybe about next 1.5, 2 year, 3 year kind of a time horizon. And in the form of investment idea, Shell, that you asked me, I think one stock which is not really spoken about, it's from the auto ancillary OEM space, CIE Automotive. We've been tracking this, recommending this on the fundamental side for a pretty long period of time. Uh, I think this stock has seen tremendous amount of move over the last maybe about 6 8 months, or even this year, if you go to see good moves. And the second one is Crompton Greaves Consumer. This is a little bit of underperformer stock because of the news flow and the overhang. But I think all that is priced in, and possibly in the next maybe about year and a half, you should possibly see these two stock performing well.
Right. Let's draw the chart of CIE Automotive Limited. Remember, this is was a Mahindra Group company. The earlier name was Mahindra CIE Automotive Limited, and as you would see, that there's a very strong tailwind coming into the auto ancillary space over the last 10 odd days. Of course, CIE Automotives already ran up very sharply. We've seen an all-time high of about 580 somewhere in the middle of July, and from then on it's consolidated at about 464, moved back up to 506. Yes, of course, very strong tailwinds coming in for the CIE Automotive Limited, and we've also seen very strong traction in sectoral leaders such as Bharat Forge, such as Alicon Cast Alloys, a lot of other forging companies such as Tube Investments and all. So a very good pick here, Gaurang. What are the two things that you like about Mahindra CIE Automotive?
I think the domestic and the global presence, Shell. I think, and of course the product offering or profile that they have. I think this augurs extremely well. And my sense is that if we are going to make India a hub of automobile manufacturing in the Southeast Asia, uh, and if you expect the auto sector to do well, and if you have multiple lineups in the next about 3 to 6 months, by the time we say goodbye to 2023 December, there are a number of launches that are likely to happen. And if you want to really, and the focus is now, Shell, more on not on mileage but safety. Earlier we used to ask the question कितना देती है. Now we are asking the question कितना सुरक्षित रखती है हमारी गाड़ी या वाहन जो भी है. So I think that's the major change that will drive, companies like Mahindra CIE Automotive, Bharat Forge, Bosch. In fact, is also one of the picks that we have a buy coverage on the fundamental side. So I mean, if you expect auto to do well, and if you expect the export market to augur well, then I think auto ancillary OEM segment should also do well.
Right. And just a point of note here, the top line for Mahindra CIE Automotive is 19,200 crore rupees, and the profit is at about 93 crore rupees. Remember, these are annual numbers that I'm talking about. Forgings per se as a business is a low margin, low ticket item, commoditative phase as far as the industry part is concerned, but that's how it is. And given the change of parentage, this stock should do very well. Paying attention to Crompton Greaves, which is at the moment also in a corrective phase, and we've seen the stock price hit a lot of a 52-week highs, about 424. Crompton Greaves at 302. This is the one that you're talking about, Gaurang, right?
Yes, that's the one. That's the one, Shah.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.